Hey, it's Adam with Theros Media. Just want to show you what we would do if we were doing the advertising for JV Mechanical Heating and Air. We're going to break down their advertising, see how we can improve it, and show them how they can double the results coming in. So we're taking a look at mini split installation costs, and they are advertising for air conditioning installation. So it's not really the same thing. So the first things first is we would, if you do mini splits, I haven't taken a look through the website to see if you did or not, but if you do, I would have an ad directed towards mini splits, and if you don't, I don't see it explicitly called out here, and if you don't, I would exclude mini splits from all your air conditioning campaigns because the two don't really cross-pollinate. If someone's looking for a mini split, they're not really looking for air conditioning. They are, but they're not looking for an air conditioning system for their home. They're looking for a mini split, so it's a specialized air conditioner. Well, it's a heat pump, but it's an air conditioner, so they're specialized. So you want to have an ad that calls that out. So mini split installations should be in your ad. Your ad ranking number 2, which is okay, but it's not calling out mini splits in general. And I'm guessing in the area, so in the DC area, not many people are advertising for mini splits specifically because BG&E pops up there. They're advertising heavy. They're going to spend whatever they need to spend. Mini splits, ductless, and these are at the bottom. So I'm not entirely sure why these are at the bottom. These should really be above your ad and BG&E's ad. But Google, for whatever their ultimate wisdom, figured that I was looking for air conditioning and not mini splits. But anyway, so we're taking a look at the landing page. The landing page doesn't really call out mini splits. That does call out air conditioning installation. So this would be a good page, especially if you were advertising for air conditioning. This would be a great page to have that going to. This goes to another part of your website. This is your House Call Pro Booker. We would like to see that iframed on this page somewhere, so this should link to your iframed Booker on your page on the very bottom, not linked out to another page like it is now. So you see the page loads very slow. House Call Pro always has a hard time loading, especially if you're advertising. Your page needs to load fast. You're going to click off that like I did there, and then go to someone else. Book online should go to, and it should be iframed on your page, so it loads up as soon as your page loads. So your booking now should scroll down to your iframed booking on your page. But all in all, the page is really good. This is one of the better ones we've seen from HVAC companies. That's not going to a home page. This is great. It's lined up with your advertising, so you did a good job there. But the congruency between the keyword, the ad, and the landing page, we're looking for mini splits, and these are not mini splits. So you might get someone coming in here for a mini split if you do air conditioning installation, but it's not really optimized to do so. What we would do instead is we would build a dedicated page, something like this, that they can plan their ductless system. So they're going to enter in their zip code. So enter in their zip code, show them the pricing, and this shows them if they want to get an instant price quote online. So I'll enter my information. All right. And then here, they're going to see a range of prices when it actually isn't built all the way. So the test version of it, but they'd see a range of prices. And once they see the range of prices, they can scroll down to see what their total investment would be or the finance price. So I was going to name this. So they can do something like this. 2020. They want a standard heat pump. How many windows are in a sunroom? Let's say 14. 2 people. Locations on the first floor, and it's insulated poorly. So you're going to see that they can see the size system here. They can see a finance price, a range of finance prices, because you don't actually know what they're doing. You don't know how far away the indoor and outdoor are from each other. You don't know how far the run's going to be, or the difficulty of the project. It gives them a range, so they can say, okay, that'd be the range, and then they would reach out to you, send me the details of that, send them the details, you would get that as well, and then they schedule a time with you. Same home advisor, home House Call Pro Booker, or you can do a Booker linked into a landing page, something like this. But this would be better for installation costs because they're going after mini split installation costs. You want to show them up front what it might cost for the mini split to be installed, and then reach out to them, give them a price, and then they reach out to you, schedule a time on your calendar. It's a little easier for people once they know up front what they're looking for going in. And we found it actually increases your closing rate by, I think, like 200% or something like that, something crazy. I know the closing rate of one of the companies was 25% before they started using something like this, and then they increased to about 65 to 70% of people they saw, they closed because they knew the price up front. They knew someone knew what they were expecting. So using a book or something like this, or a landing page dedicated specifically to mini splits, is going to be very, very helpful, especially if you're advertising for it. So take a look at the rest of your advertising. You don't have a brand name, and you don't have a brand campaign, which is, it's not really optional anymore for HVAC companies, especially because most of them have heating and air services in their name. So Google will show ads from your competitors on your brand name, even though your competitors aren't actually bidding on your brand name, because you have keywords inside there. So if anybody in your area is bidding on heating and air services, they're going to pop up for your brand name. Other than that, it looks very, very good. You have 5 stars pretty much everywhere. Even Yelp, which is hard to do. Facebook, Thumbtack, which is great. Yelp have great reviews. Home Advisor, you need to fix that. 1 review on Home Advisor. But all in all, it looks great to have 5 stars everywhere. So you're doing a good job on your branding or your brand reputation online. So that's doing a great job there. And then we have your Facebook page, which is updated pretty frequently, it looks like. So yeah, every couple of days is updated, or maybe it looks like once a month is updated, which is okay. You're updating it frequently, but then stopped a little bit, but totally fine. Usually we recommend once every 2 weeks, but to have some activity here. People aren't going to go here when you're advertising and saying, hey, are you guys open? So this is great to have. But you are advertising for Facebook. You have 2 ads going. Customer testimonials, which is great, especially because these are the remarketing campaigns you want to have. Something with a customer testimonial in it. Advertising to the people who've been to your website from Google, because these are going to be the cheapest, highest quality leads you can get to your business, is people who have been to Google, typed in a keyword, saw your ad, didn't convert, and then have seen this on Facebook. Hopefully this loads up to a Facebook form. It looks like it goes to your website. We prefer this to be to a form. So either going to a contact page, estimator page like we saw here, or a lead form on Facebook, so you don't have to go off Facebook and then click around your website to figure out how to get in contact with you. But you have the bones of a great campaign here. This is actually pretty awesome. 95% of the companies we see don't have remarketing set up like you do. They don't have things going to a landing page which is dedicated to that service, which you kind of do. And then their ads usually don't call out the service. Like this one is kind of, par for the course. It doesn't really call out the service that you're looking for or their people are coming in for. But it does match the ad does match the landing page. And then the landing page does match the call to action. It just doesn't match the keyword, which is 2 out of 3. So you're doing great in all aspects. Just targeting down the Google ads would be extremely helpful. Having a good, robust negative list inside your campaign is going to be extremely helpful in cutting down the cost per lead that you're getting from Google. That's one of the bigger things we've seen throughout the months that's helped us get outsized returns, sometimes 20, 30x returns on ad spend from campaigns is a good negative list that over time you add more and more negatives to and your traffic gets more and more targeted. So overall, you're doing a great job. Just have a negative list that you can exclude people searching for mini splits from your air conditioning campaign and all the different things. If you go down your search terms, I'm almost positive you probably have 400 or 500 keywords, especially if you're not excluding mini splits from your installation page, that you're probably bidding on that you don't want to be. You're not spending that much money on them because they probably don't match your ads that well, but you are bidding on them. People are clicking on them eventually. And a lot of times we see up to 80% waste in campaigns just from not pruning your negatives or not pruning your search terms. Anyway, this has been Adam with Theros Media. Hopefully this helps you, and we'll talk to you soon.